What's going on, everybody? We're back on the STBN server, and in today's episode we are going to be doing something really weird, really crazy, kinda wow. I am going to be taking this apart. I have, let's see, my silken tube, and we are going underneath, and we are going to be going down about 5 blocks and clearing out a whole entire area, because what I'm going to be building here, hey, is a great big super smelter that can handle a stack at a time. I need something to do the big projects. The one I have upstairs does 10 at a time, which is cool. You know, it's good for the little jobs. But when you got something big and you want to smelt off, you know, 600 cracked stone or turn cobble into smooth stone, you need something that can do a stack every 8 seconds. So that's what I'm working on today. Hey. We got a little cave under here. That'll make things easier for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue working on this just off camera. I'm going to clear out this entire room. Probably to this point. I'll stop. I don't want to get too close. So we'll stop right there. There we go. That's good. Because I don't want it to interfere with anything that's over on this side. All this stuff, I want to leave at least a 1 wide buffer. And gonna do the same setup that I have at the top as well, so nothing's gonna change that way. But I'm gonna get it all dug out, all set up, lit up, and then we're gonna figure out what we gotta do. I'll show you guys how I'm actually designing it, and I'm gonna use like a hopper ladder, or no, a dropper ladder to be able to get stuff up to the top, because I want it to pop out right here. So right in this area here, I'm going to have a spot to put the items in, a spot to put the fuel in, which is now going to be blaze rods because we have the blaze farm. And then I'm going to do like a hopper dropper chain thing that will get you items right up to the top here. So let me go off camera for a little bit, guys. I'm going to dig out this entire, most of this entire room. And then I'll bring it back and we'll start doing some of the work if I don't already have some of it started. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Alright, everybody, I'm ripping the place apart. Down here, holy crap. Yeah, I'm gonna guess 192, say 200 hoppers that I've had to use so far to get to this point. And I'm modifying the design that I had before. So normally what you would do is this would end right about here, but it's so bloody far away. I don't want to run all the way over here. Plus I have stuff from my sorting system in the way to be able to set up the drop-off point. I want it brought over here so that when I'm in the room, when I come in here, this is where I'm going to be able to pick up my goodies. This is where I'm going to put the fuel, and this is going to be where I put the items to be smelted. So it'll all be relatively centered. It's a 20 wide room, so it'll be off by 1, unfortunately. This is 10, that is 10, so it'll be centered right around this area here. But like I said, it's going to be 2 here and 2 there, but off. Whatever. Anyways, so what I'm doing now is I'm setting up the rails to basically go up on top of the system, and I'm trying to match it because it's got quite a bit of distance to go, so I can't just rely on 3 powered rails to take me from one side to the other. So I figure I'll do way more than that. I'm gonna have to lay down some blocks so I can actually do this. So it's a little bit more of a challenge, and yes, I'm aware that it'll take a longer time for stuff to get to me. You gotta realize though, it takes like 8 seconds for something to get smelted usually, depending on what the item is, of course. And I think it takes 8 seconds, so in 8 seconds I could have a full stack of items, and then it'll basically start sending it up to that point right there. And then from that point, it's going to get sent up an elevator. I'm going to carry the hoppers a little bit further that way, and then have the dropper tower heading up that way to feed the items. Basically, it's going to be the same thing that I did at the witch hut to pump the items into the item elevator. It's going to be the same thing, but without the item elevator. It'll just have the dropper sort of on a timer. When items are in it, it'll get pumped out, put up to the chest. So those items, as they're flowing out, it'll be a steady flow, and it'll just keep pumping all of the items to it. So I'm not overly worried. It might take maybe, I don't know, 15 seconds to get a full stack of items by the time it all arrives. I'm thinking that that's pretty BA compared to 10 items every 8 seconds. It would take me at least 60 seconds to get a full stack. So yeah, so I'm working on that. Got this all the way around, and I gotta connect up this. That bloody zombie's been there for the last hour, I'm gonna guess. Okay, let's see here. I tried finding him too. There's a cave just over that way there. I think that should be good that way. And you go, you go, you go. You go. Alright, so we're gonna go around to the back side now, and you'll see if I have a tutorial on this in my redstone playlist. So if you look in there, it's Super Smelter Auto Furnace Kick-Ass Awesomeness thing, and it's a small version. Like I said, it only does 10. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna want to match these up and then use a redstone block. In this case, it'd be right here. That'll keep it powered, and the cart can still go underneath that way, which is what you want. And then now we lay down the rest of our track to join up to the other part, and we can lay down the rest of our redstone blocks, and then we're almost done. Almost. We still have the other setup point to do, or the drop-off points. And this one here, I'll put right in the middle. This one here, I'll put right on the end. We got this one here. No, don't. Phew. And that one can go there. And lastly, put that one there. So this is the bouncing point. This is where it's going to go around, come back around, go all the way around. So, yeah, travel time is a thing, but blah, 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 blah. Doesn't really matter because there's going to be so much awesomeness going on underneath here that I don't really care about the extra time that it takes. We're just going to have so much stuff. I can't wait to test it and see what actually happens with it, too. Alright, so I've got the rest of the stuff on me. We got to head up here and get onto this part where we have the detector rail. Same thing that I had in the tutorial. We grab our redstone comparator, make sure that it's away, on subtraction mode. Get rid of my stake. I'll have to top up on those. We put that there, so that's not interfering with anything. You can see all the stuff's a couple blocks away, which is what I was aiming for. Put that away. We get our sticky piston. We go right off to the side of it. Right there. And lastly, take a fence post, plop it right there. Alright. Now this should hopefully hold the cart in place. I'm going to have to test that because I believe the other one dropped down. Even a little bit closer than this. But that's what the whole point of testing is. So this whole room, now that it's been cleared out, things are running a lot smoother. I dropped it down 5 because, as you can see, I'm getting really close to all this stuff, and I knew this was 3 high. And I figured I want the extra space just in case for things like that right there. Let's see if I can get around to the other side. Yes. Okay, see if that was, if I moved it here, it would lock that hopper. And there's nothing above it, and there's nothing in front of it. It's not actually touching any blocks, so we don't have to worry about it inadvertently powering anything. So it gets a little tricky when you try to do some of these bigger builds around other builds, and with other builds, and more builds. But that's the joy I find in Minecraft, is trying to do these things. Say, like, can I cram this into this space? And, yeah, most cases it works, and sometimes you confuse yourself, and stuff gets all out of whack. Alright, so put that there. Yeah, this one looks a little weird because we're not, we're actually on the same level as it. Hopefully this works. Don't believe that that's how that's supposed to go. No, I'm supposed to be up a level. Yeah, comparator's got to go into the block. Alright, so rather than keep you guys around, if you do want to see what this is and do it on any scale, you could do 128 furnaces, you could do 5 furnaces. It's all entirely up to you. But the tutorial is in the playlist, so be sure to go check that out. And then that way you can get an idea as to what the heck we're doing here. So give me a few minutes, guys. I'm going to finish this off, and then I'll bring you back when we actually do the testing, because I think that'll be pretty awesome just to be able to see what the output is, and we'll go from there. So I will see you guys in a few more minutes. Alright, everybody, we're back, and we're almost done here. We're almost done. Got just a few things to put away. Should get full on redstone. I want to bring that back down. I put those away. So I'll put that there. And the torches. Got to get rid of those. Right there. Perfect. Alright, so this is the one that does our fuel. This one over here. I'm going to do this on both sides so that I can actually, you know, kind of hang out down here and reach that. And then you can even shut these when you're inside, and then you can just jump out and be on top. The problem I'm having with this one here is it glitches. So I gotta wait until it goes down, then place it, and hopefully that'll prevent it from glitching, and then we're gonna be able to pick up our goodies here. I did a really nice design for a dropper elevator. There's a bunch of them out there, and a lot of them are garbage because, I don't know, people just don't know what they're doing, I guess. And the one guy I found, he came up with this design here. Let me double check what his name is. It's Drake DeVry, and it's DRAYKKE DeVry. Awesome design, super quiet too. Like, listen to this, guys. That's it. My volume's up. It moves all the items up the way it should. This will add a little bit of time to the process because you can see it's pretty slow. But it's quiet. You don't have to listen to click, 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 or use a torch burnout that will end up causing the thing to break, because it basically won't work once the torch burnout happens. You have to come down, reset the torch, and if that happens when you're doing 50 stacks or something, yeah, you don't want to be dealing with that crap. So I went with this design. It's a great design. The guy's great. Go check him out. Apparently he came up with it himself, and I believe it because he had another one from 2 years ago that was another great design, and he just updated it for 1.8. So that's a good thing, a very good thing. Everything is all set up here. I actually did do a test run already just so that I could clear out the furnaces, because some of them had, you know, stuff like this inside or right up there, and I just had to go through and make sure that they were all empty. So I thought the easiest way to do that is to, oh crap, I just realized. Yeah, that's the thing. Alright, we gotta go get ourselves a piece of track. Put that up there. Thank goodness we checked that. Oh crap, I just ran back in the hole I jumped out of. Alright, let's go get our piece of track and we'll put that down. I gotta make some more tracks too. I'm sort of running low. Alright, back down here. And I believe that's the only part of the broken track that there is right here, so. There we go. Everything else should be peachy keen, no problems. Get rid of those. Now the next thing I have to do is go to the Blaze Farm in AFK for like 4 days so I can have 64 stacks of blaze rods to throw in there. And then some, because you always want to have extra. Just for backup. And plus, if you're going to be doing big amounts of smelting, oh crap. Hopefully he despawns. I don't want to hear that for the rest of the episode. Okay. Let's put you there, you there. Let's go down and kill this guy. Where'd you go? There you are. Okay. Now we can do the rest of the episode in peace. Unless another one spawns, but I'm hoping that that won't be a thing. Okay. Let's put this back on here. Now I'll leave it open just in case we want to go back down, and I'll show you guys what I'm doing. So I'm gonna just take a whole bunch of these and let it do its thing, and then at least we'll have them all in there. And I can go fill this up. I can AFK at the Blaze Farm for a while and just collect a bunch of goodies. But this thing's super quiet. This is going to be for any kind of ore or whatever else that we're smelting. This here is going to be for all our blaze rods. So you'll see here, I throw all those in. That should take off. Uh-oh. I think I ended up... I moved some things when I was down there. I think this is one of them that I did. Alright. Yes, I did. Right, you can see that this is not a thing. That's not supposed to be that high. How can we do this without breaking things? We'll get up here. Break this. And... we're gonna have to break that. Yep. And now... I need that detector rail though. Thank you. Oh crap. Alright, so that can go there. That can go there. And then we'll have to jump up this side and push it back onto the track. And then we'll do our test. Okay, you're back on there. Are you sure? Positive. You go up a little further. Okay, break that. It's got to get there eventually. Come on. Let's see. Yeah, it's because this thing here. Oh crap. Alright, let's do this the easy way then. Give me all those back. We'll just put the cart back together. We'll place it on there like it should be done. Oops. That there. That there. That goes there. That goes... yeah, let's put... yeah, that's what I want that. Alright. So now what we can do... there it goes. Alright, it's not going to drop anything off, but now it should actually work. Be able to fix this. That's got to go there. Now that will work, I believe. It still doesn't look right. That's not going to work. No. Alright, give me 2 seconds to figure this out. Alright guys, sorry about that. Just, this was one block closer than it should have been. It's because I was missing a piece of track, so I moved that one closer. And this is the way that it should be. So that's actually holding it. So now we can throw in the blaze rods. And this will take off. And you'll see it's going to start placing one all the way around. Right to here. Now 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. So it'll disperse them evenly all the way across. And now what we can do is you go up there, here, and we can put in on this side here, go in there. So we got cobblestone that goes in there, and now you start your timer. You'll see they're all lighting up all the way across, and then you'll start to see them pass through here eventually. I did testing on it, and it took 51 seconds, 51 seconds to do a full stack from start to finish. So right from the instant that I put it in that chest to when it got up into here, a full stack took 51 seconds. So I think that's pretty damn good. Like, you're getting an item in under a second each time. That is awesome. I'm loving it. Plus, it gets a full stack at a time. You don't have to wait for nothing. So after your initial one, you just keep throwing it in, and you can see this thing's working. Like, it's doing its thing. There's no noise, no nothing. It's just constantly counting up. And you can see things are, yeah, it's a little slower than I'd like it to be, but not really much you can do about that unless you want to do the whole torch burnout junk. So, and I don't really think I'm going to do much else with this room. I don't think I want to do anything else to it. I'm pretty much done building in this room, so I won't have any other issues to deal with items falling into the top of the hoppers or anything like that. So now what we can do, fill in the holes, and right here, we'll put that there. And you know what, I'm going to grab one more ladder just like I did for the other one. Right there. And that's not where I want that. Oh, you would do that. Alright. I can't place it, damn it. Alright, there we go. Now we can place that. And what you want to do is you want to place the trapdoor opposite the ladder. So when that goes down, you'll be able to stand on top of the ladder and access this. And then I can put signs here or just tell people. And you can see right there, just in the amount of time that's taken me to do the little bit of a chit-chat with you guys, I've got almost the 2 full stacks that I put in there. So that is pretty epic. Probably still use the small one just for the little no-name jobs, and it's like, oh, I got a half a stack of glass, there's no point in using blaze rods for it. I'll probably set it up so that I can do, what do you call it? Do the half stack with coal rather than with the blaze rods, because they're not going to be easy to get, but they're not, also not going to be hard to get. But I'd like to do that when I've got, like, I got to make a whole ton of these stone bricks for the sewer that I'm working on. So I'll use this, but I'm going to have to start getting into all the cobble that I have and turning that into smooth stone. It's going to take a while to do a double chest, but at least with this here, a double chest, 57 slots, takes, say, 50 seconds. Take maybe only 45 minutes to do a full double chest of smelting, which is amazing. The other thing I got to do still is I got to organize some of these things here. I got to get more cocoa beans, and that also reminds me, I got to get more bones. And what's that, 9? Yes. And here and there. That there like that. Alright. Now what we gotta do, just gonna head outside. I gotta check out a few things just to see. The whole time that I've actually been here, the chicken farm's been working. I brought in a whole bunch of cacti, so that's working. This is my little squid ink farm. I'll take a quick little nap. And then what I gotta do is I'm gonna head off to the mines and grab a few more resources. I'm not running low, but it's always nice to have more than not. The other thing I have to do is somebody killed the cows in my cow farm, so I'm gonna have to regather and rebreed. So I filled this up. I had a bunch of wheat and the leather all separated in that, and everything's gone, including the cows. So that's not a cool thing at all, but it happens. It happens. Let's turn this down. I should have done that before. So you can see we got quite a few chickens there. Not too bad. Got a few raw chickens, no eggs, but I put them there just in case. Not doing too bad. You know, I can always increase that just by switching that over, and we'll get ourselves a couple stacks of eggs or whatever. Over here, like I said, I pretty much emptied this out, and now we're half full again. I've been working with this here as well, the vines, and I changed out the floor on it. And over here, you can see we've already got 3 stacks. And it's simple to do. All you have to do is just break the bottom one and then work your way up. It can get a little confusing, as you can see. It's like, where does one begin and the next one end? And if you do push the button with the bottom ones there, they will disappear, but you could get 8 out of that there, which is fantastic. Put lights on the bottom to keep the mobs from spawning. Also put lights up on the top. And I haven't seen any vines spread off to the side yet, which is kind of surprising. I don't know if it's the lights that's doing it, or if it's just the fact that there's a gap now, like an imaginary gap between there and there. So whatever the case, it's doing what it's supposed to be doing. And I think the next thing we're going to be doing, hopefully we'll meet up with Taco soon. We're going to be working on the sewer that's going underneath here to his base from mine to his. And I'm basically just trying to stock things up, trying to get that storage unit up and running. That is an amazing build, and it will do wonders for me, but it's definitely a late game kind of a thing. Because of the soul fat, you have to have a lot of the items already in the game in order to be able to fill the storage so that you can start sorting. So it's not one of those like auto sorters where you have to only have 29 of an item. That would be cool, but that's also a bit of a pain to be able to set up for 256 items. You know, it's not also stackable like this one here is. So I'm liking the idea, and I know this is going to be a bit of a shorter episode, but I'm going to call it here because it's been a long day for me. Well, I've been awake for the last 14 hours basically, bouncing around between AFK and working on this thing here, just trying to again get things set up and ready to go. You can see now everything's all done. We're pretty much good to go. I've got nether wart over here somewhere. Where did I put that in here? No. There, no, there, no, there, no, there it is. Perfect. Alright, well, I really hope you guys enjoyed this. If you have some ideas or something like that you want to share and just say, hey, you know what, you should do this down here, let me know. But I was thinking just leave it the way it is. I'm going to light up in the back over there just so that nothing spawns. But other than that, nobody's really ever going to see it unless they happen to fall down there. And then they're going to laugh at them for doing it. So anyways, I really hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.